Welcome to Love Me Some Cooking with Vicki, and today we're going to be making shrimp. Now, when I was a kid, the word shrimp had a kind of a negative connotation, if you know what I mean. But today it's going to mean tasty. So we're going to make a shrimp pasta fettuccine alfredo. And we're also going to make some garlic knots, and that's what we're going to start off with because those have to go in the oven first. So we're going to start off with 4 tablespoons of softened butter and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of fresh chopped chives, and a teaspoon of dill. This is just dill out of a can, but I'm just going to use my hand because, like I said, it's cooking. It is not bacon, so we can just eyeball it. That looks like a teaspoon. And now we're going to use, I don't know, maybe about an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, of kosher salt. We're going to mix this up. See, if you let your butter sit out at room temperature for a while, it will be just, you won't even have to microwave it or anything to soften it up. And look at that. I mean, it just smells so good. There's something about dill. Oh, it smells incredible. So that just took a second. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up just a store-bought pizza crust. They've got the thin crust and they also have the classic. I like using the classic. So I'm going to pop this open. Usually this scares me. Okay. And I've got a cookie sheet here, or a cutting board here, floured up. And then I've got my muffin tins, a 6 count with butter in them. So I've got it all buttered up. And see, look what happens with this stuff. You end up getting a hole in it. We can fix that. We're going to unroll it here on our floured surface. You see? You just pinch it together. Get it as flat as you can, because we're going to make 6 of these. Alright. And I used butter instead of vegetable oil or vegetable cooking spray just because I think it'll taste better. So now, I'm going to spread this yummy mixture over our pizza crust. You know, for those religions of where you can't eat meat on Fridays, this would be a great meal for you guys. Alright, look how easy that was. Now we're just going to roll it up jelly roll style. Now what that means is we're going to start at the long end towards us. We're going to roll away from us. So you just kind of turn it in. And just roll it up. Kind of push on the ends, make it compact. There we go. Now we're going to make 6 of these. So just cut it into thirds and then cut those in half. So we'll eyeball it. There's 1. So now we've got it cut into 3s, and then we're just going to cut those 3s in half. I've got my oven preheated at 400 degrees. And these are going to cook for about 20 minutes. So put the cut side up into your greased muffin tin. Kind of smash them down there a little bit. Like the end, cut side up. Just put it in there. And then we're going to pop these in, like I said, for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees, okay? Okay, now we're going to get started with the pasta part of this, with the shrimp, the fettuccine, and the Alfredo, okay? So what we're going to do is we've rinsed off a cocktail shrimp bag of 31 to 40 count, and it says cooked, peeled, deveined, and tailless. That way you don't have that little plastic nasty tail on it. I've rinsed them off under running cold water, so they're all good to go. And you can even thaw these out in the refrigerator the night before. Just make sure you use them the next day, or else that can go bad on you. So what I'm going to do in my skillet, I've got about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add 4 chopped tablespoons, and when I say chopped, I mean not minced, not fine, kind of good sized chunks of garlic. We're going to add that, I love that sound, into our butter mixture here. A little salt. And we're going to saute this up. Let me turn down just a little bit. And to this, we're going to add a bag of sugar snap peas and our shrimp. And it will not take but just a few minutes to get this cooked. Now, yet again, another meal on your table in 20 minutes or less. That's pretty cool. All right. So now, I'm going to add in my shrimp. You hear that? And our sugar snap peas. I'm just going to turn this down to low. Oh, I wish you could smell how good it smells in here. Okay, now, I was going to try to make a homemade Alfredo sauce, but I'm trying to make this simple, so that you guys, there's no excuse for you not to make a meal for your family. So, what I did was I just bought store-bought Alfredo sauce. But let me show you a trick. If you're ever concerned about this stuff scalding on you, rinse your pan out with really cold water. Kind of get nice and cold. And then just empty it. And then it won't scald on you. Alright, and now we're going to open up guns. Our Alfredo sauce into here. And I'll show you another little trick, just so that we can spread this, because we're going to combine all this in this pan in a minute. And I'm just trying to heat it through a little bit. Is just take some whole milk, pour about, I don't know, half a cup to a cup. Like I said, it's cooking, not baking. Don't need to measure. Do a little shake, shake. That's my dance. And pour that in there. You don't want to add too much milk. Half a cup will do. And then we're just going to let this simmer. Get a spoon and just kind of stir it up a little bit. Alright, I think we are ready. So I went ahead, I made these homemade fettuccine noodles with my pasta maker, but that's a show for another day. So I'm going to take my homemade pasta. Look how pretty. And this cooks up so fast. That's why I did it ahead of time. And you just throw that in here. And I'm telling you, homemade pasta tastes so much better than store-bought. But hey, we're on a budget here and we're under a time restriction, right? We got soccer later. So now we're just going to take our sauce and pour it over top. See, look at that. Look how it comes right off. No scalding. It didn't burn. All because we just rinsed it out with cold water first. Isn't that a neat trick? Get all that yummy goodness out of it. Just like that. And then we're just going to fold it into each other. Watch me get it all over the place. Alright. We've got it finished. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit for just a second. Let me show you another little trick in order to dress up your meal. Take some basil. Just take a couple pieces. Just twist them, tear them off. And then take them, put them all on top of each other. And then roll them up. And then you're just going to cut them into ribbons. Just make sure you keep your fingers away. This wouldn't be a fun meal to eat in the emergency room. Even that smells good. My gravy. Okay, look at my garlic. Now, my husband told me that these are not garlic knots, these are garlic rolls. So, let's just get that clear. And look, Miss Kathy got this for me 11 years ago for a wedding present. Still using it. So, now we're just going to get some of the shrimp fettuccine Alfredo with the sugar snap peas, homemade noodles, like I said, episode for another day. Make sure you get.
Sure.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Alright. Get it onto my plate. These things are trying to mate. Alright. Now we're going to put a little salt. Just a little over your shoulder for good luck. Tell my mother I did that, please. And now we're going to take some cracked black pepper. And our fancy schmancy little basil ribbons. And a beautiful garlic round. Look at that meal. Isn't that just... So whether you're a single dad or a new graduate or you're still in school or a new bride, now you can because there's no excuse. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.